It's definitely cold in Colorado, but other states are feeling the chill too. Parts of California are being hit hard with a freeze that has citrus growers worried about their fruit crops. Farmers in Fresno say they were up all night taking care of fruit trees. The overnight lows in Fresno hit about 20 degrees, but that's actually a bit warmer than what we had here overnight in southern Colorado, right, Jay?
About 45 degrees, Angelica, when you compare Fresno to Gunnison, which dropped down to 27 below this morning. Here's what's happening in La Junta, just off to the west of town, where lows were pretty similar to what they were in California this morning. Our Viera wireless network camera shows the traffic flowing smoothly along 50, but as you head east of La Junta over towards the Kansas line, there could be some snow and blowing snow to deal with. And of course, as you take a look off to the east, you can see some of those clouds associated with that snow that has been flying throughout most of the last 12 or 14 hours in the southeastern plains. 30 is your high today in the Springs, 32 in Pueblo, 31 in Canyon City. We'll top out in the mid to upper 20s out in the plains. Middle 20s along I-70 between Lyman and Burlington, and lower to middle 20s around most of the mountain locations as well, except for Gunnison, which is sitting colder than 20 below this morning, so it's going to be a tough thing for you to get even to above 10 degrees this afternoon. You get up to right around 11. Looking at the forecast size for some other cities in the plains, we'll top out 30 in Ordway, 27 at Los Animas, 31 at Rocky Ford, 29 in Kim. Over to Pueblo, Fremont, Custer County as we go, 27 at High and Wetmore, 24 at Westcliff, 27 at Texas Creek, 30 at Pueblo West, 29 in Colorado City. Up to the Pikes Peak region we go. High temperatures here sitting in the 20s and lower 30s in El Paso County, lower to middle 20s in Teller County, 23 your high in Woodland Park, 28 at Bradgate, 29 in Falcon. The Skyscan satellite and radar. You notice that there are a few clouds in El Paso County, but for the most part, we're seeing those clouds come and go, and we're not seeing any real snow associated with it. We had talked about the possibility for some snow in El Paso, Teller counties, but it looks like that's really going to be tough to squeeze out as we go through this morning and this afternoon. The bulk of the snow that we're seeing is east of I-25 along 160 between Trinidad and Kim and over towards Springfield and Campo. We're seeing a little bit of snow there. We're also, as we look at the full range of the sky scan, noticing a few clouds to the west of I-25 as you go into the Raton Mesa and points westward towards Alamosa and the San Luis Valley. But for the most part, we're not seeing any snow falling from those clouds, but there's possibility for isolated flurry or two as we go through the afternoon. Skycast calls for that possibility for a little bit of snow to the west of I-25, but most of what we see will be to the east of the big highway, and it will go away as we go through our Sunday evening, only to return Sunday night, Monday morning, according to the Skycast. Notice that there's a band of snow setting up near the Kansas line. By Monday morning, Monday afternoon, it's pretty much all gone. So watch out for blizzard-like conditions as we go into the early portion of our forecast in the southeastern portion of the state, and then cold temperatures take us through the forecast in all areas. Skycast snow totals as we go through the next day or so. It's not about the amounts of snow that we're talking about in the southeastern plains. You notice that there's not much in Pueblo or, for that matter, Pikes Peak region. Even in the mountains are going to stay mostly snow-free today. Again, the totals in the southeastern plains are not all that high, you'll notice, but it's the wind that'll blow this newly fallen snow around, especially over the next few hours. That'll cause the real difficulties. 7-day forecast, high temperatures topping out in the middle 30s tomorrow after topping out only 30 today in the Springs. Then it's mid to upper 20s and lower 30s. Another push of cool air comes into the region. That's why you see your high temperature drop by about 10 degrees between Monday and Tuesday. Lows are sitting in the upper single digits to lower teens. In Pueblo, our high temperature pushing 40 tomorrow after topping out right around freezing today, right on the freezing mark, in fact. Lows are going to be sitting in the upper single digits and lower teens. Highs, meanwhile, top out in the middle 40s as we go into next weekend. In Canyon City, you'll touch 40 tomorrow and then drop back to 30 by Tuesday. And then temperatures on a gradual rise, a gradual upward trend till you get to next Saturday where they're sitting in the middle 40s. Lows are in the lower teens. Teller County, our high temperatures topping out in the 30s and then eventually back to the 20s. This next system could give us a small chance for some snow. Not a great chance, only 10%, but there's a possibility for it nonetheless. Low temperatures are the big story in Teller County. They'll be hovering around 0 degrees for a couple of days running. You see that they're below 0 one morning and just barely above it the next morning. Then they rise up to right around a balmy 10 as we go through Saturday morning. That's balmy compared to where it has been.
That's
certainly
right.
Over the past couple of mornings. The snow is not going anywhere. Any snow that we see is going to be sticking around because temperatures, as you can see there, are below freezing in Teller County throughout most of this forecast.
As always, bundle up if you're heading out there. Pretty cold. All right. Well, let's take